After only about 4 or 5 hours of sleep, I would get up in the morning and get ready to go into the office. And luckily I didn't hit any traffic because it was about 4 a.m. And I'd spend about 10 to 12 hours of my day at work, and nobody had any clue I'd only slept a few hours because I was on top of my game, giving 150% of my energy to my job. But after that long day, I'd be exhausted. I'd get in my car and endure now a long commute home. And during that time, I would talk to myself. I'm so miserable. How could my boss give me that project when he knows how busy I am? How come none of my other coworkers seem to have to travel and work as much as I do? How come my husband Matt doesn't understand what I'm going through? He just gets to work from home. And when I get home, just before I would walk through the door on the other side, I could hear Matt with our kids, Jordan and Ethan and Reese. They would be laughing, having this beautiful family time together. But as soon as I walked through the door, there was only silence. My husband Matt later told me, the moment you walked in, we were all on high alert. They were on high alert because they didn't know which mom was showing up that day. Was I going to be the mom that would welcome them with this big embrace and tell them how much I missed and loved them? Or was I going to be the mom that was screaming, getting upset because there are socks in the family room floor or there's dishes in the sink? My family endured that mom for 12 months. We were all miserable. How are you showing up to your home each day? What type of person are your loved ones being met with at the end of the day? I was able to figure out how to get out of that situation, and that's what I want to share with you today. Just a couple of tips so that if you are going through some challenging times, if you are enduring long days in the office, whatever that stress is, it's vital that we show up differently for our loved ones. How dare I showed up into my office and gave all of my love and energy and dedication to my coworkers, yet I wasn't willing to do the same thing for those people closest to me. The first thing I had to recognize is that I was responsible. I was the one who chose to be in this situation in the first place. I had accepted a promotion that got me here. And if I was the one who chose to be there, I needed to be the person who would choose to get out of the situation. Now, it didn't necessarily mean that I was getting out of my job or getting out of that position, but I had to make choices in order to be a different person by the time I got home. Now, some simple ways that I did that. First, I started making phone calls during that long commute to loved ones, calling friends, calling my parents, checking in, not to call and bitch about my day, but to call and ask genuinely how they were doing and share some of that positive energy. I also started listening to more positive things in the car, whether that was uplifting music or a podcast or an audiobook, something that was going to shift my frame of mind. Recognizing that I needed to take steps between the time I left the office until I walked into my home in order to be the best version of myself for my own personal health and well-being, as well for those loved ones that were waiting for me. I needed to make those choices and make some changes in order to get there. I want to hear from you. How do you show up at home? How do you get from being frustrated and stressed to showing up as a different person so you can be there to support those people who really need you most and that you care most about in your life? Please comment below, and I'm here to help you live a happy, healthy, and balanced life. Until next time.